Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tavern Talks. Tonight, once again, we have a new guest as we dive into the GMing, world building, and overall shenanigans that we get into here on Tavern
Overall
Talks.
shenanigans. I love that.
This is, as I warn everyone, the easiest interview you'll ever do because it is the equivalency of us three sitting around while I have my drink in my hand and we talk about tabletop. And
Awesome.
it's easy. Um, Real quick, just to kind of get it out the shenanigans out of the way to start. We're gonna do this at the beginning because it's easier for me to do it this time. We're gonna talk about our quick sponsors.
Yay, sponsors.
So you can hear the music in the background. That's from our wonderful friends over at Monument Studios, where they give us amazing professional audio sounds, and you can use the code MISFIT in order to get
Ooh.
3 months off or 30% off of your next purchase. Canadian Dice is our dice sponsor for the year, and you can get 15% off if you use the code MISFIT15 over there. And if you're looking for cool apparel and you wanna be a misfit or you wanna be part of Beaker's Garage, you can get your shirt over at Dungeon Grandmaster. Well, now that we've got those out of the way, let's find out who
Awesome.
our guest is tonight. So, Sam, if you could do me a favor, just tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do in the TTRPG space.
Hi, everybody. Hi, I'm Classic Sam NYGM. I am I guess, talk show host over on my channel where I interview everybody from TTRPG, actual play performers, to world builders, to cosplayers, actors, AP performers, like I said, and everybody in between in the nerdy space. So not just TTRPG, but pretty much anything that interests me that is super geeky.
That we thought it'd be fun, so we're gonna
Yes.
interview the interviewer because it's a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
I've said this before. I've been on a few other people's channels before being interviewed. I'm weird in this spot. It's odd, but we're gonna get through it. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be
Yeah,
fun.
It's gonna be really good.
be great.
Yeah. So one thing fun about this show is we don't know where it's going because there is no script. It's part of the fun.
hmm hmm
I'm gonna pretty much ask the same three questions we start with, and
Okay.
when we finish those questions and begin anew, that will tell us something. But we've been through an entire hour-long show and just barely finished through the three questions.
That's
So we'll see where it
amazing.
goes.
That is amazing. One, that you give yourself an hour, because my ADHD could never. Two, that you fully acknowledge that we're not probably get past this stuff. I love that. Amazing.
We had a wonderful.
Well,
That was with our friends down at RPG in the Jungle down in
Mm.
oh,
and it was great. We were like, yeah, we're gonna give these three questions. We gave it one at a time, and then we realized by the third question, we're like, we're 56 minutes in.
That's
It's
yeah,
awesome.
like
yeah.
awesome. This is awesome.
Amazing.
They like to chat, which was
We
great.
like the chat. It's a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
yeah.
They're a cool
That
crew too.
that's literally the whole reason for my show. Is like I like talking. I like talking to people, but individually, like not in groups normally, or not big groups. I weirdly enough, I live in New York. Problem, but it's fun. New
Hey, I actually like New York. I've been there a few times.
York's amazing. I love my city. It's just that we're weird and obnoxious and
I don't
rude.
like I just don't like the traffic. It's the only thing
We're
about
we are super kind. We're super kind. New York is super kind. We're just not nice. Um,
it.
I tell people this all the time. New Yorkers are kind. Like you could go in the subway, have a bunch of bags or a cart or something. Someone's like, "You need help?" They will grab the end of that cart and help you up the stairs. Drop the end of the cart at the top of the stairs. Don't say bye and walk off. Kind, not nice.
Nice. Or they ask you for money after that. One of the two.
Yeah, I mean, you won't get asked for money, but you don't say thank you because like what the fuck you talking to me for? Like why would you talk to me, asshole? Go about your
Man,
business.
it's not how I grew up. Shit.
It's weird.
You grew up in the
It's
South, though. You know what? You grew up in Southern hospitality.
I had Southern hospitality, but I also had Bless Your Heart, which was just the big old fuck you.
Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah, for New York, it's like a variation of "You good," like, like over and over again, like in different tonal variations. So you get "Bless Your Heart," which I absolutely adore. Once I figured out what the hell they meant, I was like, "This is amazing."
I just learned
Uh,
that that meant like less than a year ago because we have a very
mm,
older gentleman at our office, and we were talking, and he goes, "Has anybody ever told you bless your heart?" And I was like, "No, why?" And he was like, well, "Let me get you some updates on what that
oh,
means." And I was like,
baby.
"Oh,
You poor
ouch."
thing.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'd be
I'm
like,
sorry.
really?
It's such a
That's amazing.
yeah.
But
I'm like,
yeah,
I grew up in northeastern Ohio, so Midwest. Never heard that saying in my life, and then all of a sudden I come to the military, and my first job out of the military, and this was said, and I was like,
I don't know if that's a compliment. Now you're like, that's not a compliment.
"No, that's
Mm.
not a
hmm
compliment."
It's not a. Oh,
Never again
you.
will I be allowed to look at that and go, "Oh, that's such a nice thing to say." I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
the first time I found out, I think it was like 15 or 16. I thought it was the best thing I ever heard because it was told to someone else. It was
Yep, yep,
great.
yep. But it's even better when it's just a sweet little old lady saying that to somebody.
Yes, yes, because
Bless
you
your
know that
heart.
they know so much, and they're looking at you like you're an absolute moron, and I love that for me.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
You're like,
Absolutely.
I'm not that.
That's
Uh,
not me. But
yay.
because I think it came up in some sort of conversation, and I was like, "What does that mean?" And he was like, "Let me fill you in."
Yeah,
Bless
yeah,
your heart.
yeah. It's like, oh, bless your heart. You're like, you just called me an idiot.
Yeah. He's
Yeah,
like, "Yeah." He
yeah.
goes, "That's what they call on you." He's like, "Have you ever heard that saying that, when all the babies, oh, they're so cute, and then all of a sudden you get that one baby, and then the old
Oh,
baby's like, "Oh, bless your heart." It's like, ooh, ouch.
ooh.
Like,
Oh, saying that to a baby is diabolical. That's that is diabolical. You say that to a baby? That child has not had a chance yet. Jesus.
yeah, right. It's like, dang, you just insta attack.
like,
Yeah,
like, give them a chance. Gosh, they're only like a month old.
absolutely.
Let them babble.
Let them at least talk before you're like, God, you're annoying. Like, go
Yeah,
away.
give them a chance to like talk, walk, something,
Something.
anything.
You blinked weird, apparently, is what that was about.
Oh man, that's amazing. I love that. I love that.
And this is what I mean. The show is this.
Yeah, and which is great because like you guys have seen my show. I very specific questions. So like this is actually much more comfortable. I like this. This is better.
Awesome. Well, we'll begin with my favorite question, which is
Mhm.
how did you get into, or where did you start at in the TTRPG space?
Oh, okay.
And not just professionally, but like when did you begin playing tabletop?
So there are two stories. One where and I don't think she even remembers telling me this, but one where my mom like told me years later, she's like, I bought you Dungeons and Dragons books when you asked me for it. And I'm like, when was this? She's like, you're a kid. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, for Christmas. I'm like, I don't remember this. Like, don't remember that. So apparently when I was a kid and I asked for it. But the real point was there was a point where I was in school, I was in college. 3.5 was still very much a thing. 4E had not started yet. And I was hanging out with a bunch of people and they were like, do you want to play Dungeons and Dragons? I'm like, sure, I've heard of it. Let's see what happens. And that table sucked ass. That table was horrible. I was the only woman, the only black woman, the only black person. And they were the most misogynistic, grossest persons I ever met. And they kept trying to molest my character. And I'm like, yeah. After like the beginning of the second session, I was like, deuces, I'm not coming back here. And also, I could do it better. Like literally, I could do this so much better than you and not be disgusting. So right after that, maybe like I took some time off, like from school for various reasons, drugs, and not drugs. It's fine. And then eventually 4E came, and I was like, oh, this looks cool. Now I get it. people hate 4E. 4E is for the dungeon master. 4E is a dungeon master's dream. Players hate it, and I understand why.
Interesting. Well, we're gonna
Yeah.
step back on that one here in a second. Because I gotta now ask this question, which is the second question I normally ask, but I'm gonna word it a little differently with the way your first game ever went.
Mm-hmm.
What actually got you to come back?
So
Normally, the way I would word this is what kept you interested. Yours
what made me come back?
Separate.
So it was like summer break or whatever, and I came back to school on probation, and it's funny. And I was there, and I was kind of like, I saw the same group. They were like hanging out in the lounge or something, and they were playing D&D 3.5, and I'm looking at them like I purposely like was not I was purposely avoiding them, and I'm watching them whatever, and I was kind of like, I had taken a long break from that whole thing. 4E had just came out, and I was kind of like, all right, well, I want to play. Like, I definitely want to play. I just don't want to play with them. So I looked into like finding a group and like getting people together and using the new system, because I just had a bad taste in my mouth from 3.5. And my whole me is I could do it better than you, and I want to prove that. And I want to steal your people. Like, there was like one guy there who was like not too like, he could have been turned. He could turn for the better. So I want to steal your people because I'm a better GM than you, even though it's the first time I'm playing it. And I ended up actually stealing one of those guys. Like, he actually ended up coming to my tables, which super validating. Loved it. So yeah, it's mostly vindictive and pettiness that make me stay.
We all have reason.
Yeah.
We still stayed. So,
yeah, look, I'm still here. If pettiness is a thing, yay.
Normally you'll hear, things like, the monsters or the artwork or something
Oh, no.
like that. You're like, no,
Petty.
Vindictiveness.
Vindictiveness. Full on petty. I need to prove that I can do this better than you. Here we are.
So why did you feel like you had to prove in this space? Like, I'm interested now. Like, I'm now curious.
It was like a weird time. So it's around a time where like internet would start popping off, but it's like a time where, especially teenage boys, because I think I say teenage even though it's college. I say teenage because I don't believe you're an adult until after 25. Your brain literally does not develop properly. I think something happens between 25 and 26, and that switch doesn't happen properly until you turn 26 properly for a year. Like, you need to be 26 for a year. But I think that, I don't know, there's something about wanting to show that I can do it too. Like, I can do it too, I can do it better. Or even if I don't do it better, I'm still in the space, I'm still thriving. That's what it came down to. Like, I'm still enjoying it. Like, you're not going to stop me from doing what I want to do. Like, that's really what it came down to. Like, yes, pettiness, but also I enjoyed.
There was an enjoyment to it. It wasn't just that.
Yeah, I absolutely enjoyed it. Yeah, it was like I got to build a character. I got to literally not be something that exists in this world. And I think my first character was I think I was like what the hell was I? I know I played a wizard. It was either a wizard or I played a warlock, one of those. But I can't remember what I was. Vaguely, it's very vague. But I feel like I want to say that I was an elf, which probably tracks. But it doesn't exist. So like, I got to play something that doesn't exist. So when I got to GM, I'm like, oh, I can make up my stories. Oh, they can be I don't have to go in the book. Oh, fuck a book. I got this. Like, what do you mean? Like, you don't need a book. Like, this is stupid.
Yeah. So that's interesting, and I love the idea behind it. Is you're like, I want to do better, but at the same time, the fact that you can do anything kind of kept you going. Because it'd be one thing just to be vindictive,
right? But then
still wouldn't enjoy it because you're like,
right.
Well, I didn't enjoy the game itself. I'm just doing this because I'm being petty.
Right.
But you're like, no.
And also, pettiness needs an audience. Yeah, pettiness needs an audience, a target, and honestly, it was because like there's nothing else um, other than TTRPGs. Maybe acting, that allows you to be absolutely something else. Like, completely just out of your imagination, the most like absolute sideways ridiculous thing you could be that. You want to be an aboleth, go for it. You want to be a slime that has become sentient and decides that it's going to mold itself into its own body parts, go for it. Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing else that allows you to do that. Even acting, like, okay, CGI is a thing, great, but I can't be like the gelatinous cube.
Now, mind you, I mean, acting's gotten pretty darn close because
Yeah.
Cumberbatch became Smog, and that was pretty awesome.
True. Yeah,
And if you watch his backstage stuff where he's all wired up and everything, and he's
amazing,
still on all fours and screaming at the god, I was like, oh, this is perfect.
which is, it's super cool to watch. But that's what I mean. Like, you can do that, but also you need to break into that space. You need to be like,
this you can
Cumberbatch.
immediately jump in.
Yeah, there's no way. Like, if I became an actor today, I'm not gonna be I'm not gonna be able to do that day one. TTRPGs, day one, I could be a lich. I could be a villain day one. And like lean into that character. Day one, I can write my entire script, start to finish, ask a bunch of people to come and be those characters, whatever the characters want to be, and run that script.
Yep.
Yeah, so it doesn't happen in filmmaking, doesn't happen in TV, movies, even stage. Doesn't happen.
Video games have gotten close at this point with like
the closest.
But still nowhere near. I still can't be a penguin in Baldur's
Right.
Gate. Like,
Yeah.
why not?
Right, exactly. And even like,
Just talk to a mod.
You can't get a mod. You're right. But once again, it's
True,
not a day
true,
one
true.
thing. I'm not getting it day one because you gotta know mod it.
but also with video games, even though they have multiplayer, you're still not in character. You're playing
Right.
character, but you're sitting back like this, and you're not thinking about being in character. You're not thinking about this character's emotions. You're just playing a game. TTRPGs, yes, you're playing a game, but you are in character, even as a DM. Whether it's NPCs or thinking about what's this group going to do next, because chaos, always with 5 to 6 random people. Of course, chaos. What are they going to do next? They're probably going to go this room. Oh, they're going in the ocean. Okay, fuck. I didn't prep the ocean.
Deal with that?
Yeah, like I didn't prep the ocean.
There are a few things that when I see that like direction heading, and I'm like, shit. Like,
Yeah.
Water battles are the worst.
So
thing.
many times.
Water battling and stuff like that.
Oh,
where
I
you're
just
starting
do not
to
like
add
it.
3-dimensionals, and I'm just like,
I am so glad my homebrew world is in New York, because I'm like, you really want to go into Hudson right now? Are you sure you want to go in the East River? I'm just saying, it's the East River, babe.
In there is gonna eat you. Like
It's the East River and a fantasy New York. Think about that. The polluted East River in a fantasy New York. You sure you want to get in this water?
That's interesting too. If that's
Yeah.
that your world is in such a known place for yourself.
Yeah.
You're taking your own your backyard and being like, oh
Yeah.
this is gonna have fantasy in it now, which is great. It's kind of interesting, and this was Chuck's first week as an actual game master on stream.
Ooh.
And
Oh, yeah.
he got to see what chaos meant.
What did they
wasn't that bad.
throw at you? I feel like you got like thrown like 1,000,001 curveballs, because that's usually the case.
It wasn't
His
that bad,
story
honestly.
And what was
Yeah.
given to him have now changed completely because of such.
Awesome.
Yeah, I threw some stuff at them that I already had planned out for so long, and they interpreted it in a way I did not expect at all, and I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, that tracks. That so tracks.
It's a short one season to kind of let his, get him wet under.
Yeah, get my feet wet.
ears.
Yeah.
something has now been said, and now it's looking like this is like a 3-season thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's usually the case. It's like, okay, this will be like a quick one shot. Crap. Like,
Yeah.
we didn't
32
get to
episodes
the
later.
end.
When
Yeah.
you pick up some of these books, like, I don't understand. I understand. I don't understand. People are like, oh yeah, you can run a normal D&D module in 10, 15 sessions. I'm like,
What players do you have?
I've been
I've
running
never-
Icewind Dale, and I'm in chapter 4 of 9 chapters.
I have never
And
run a module, not once. I've never run a module yet.
I didn't for 3.5 years when I got back into tabletop after I took a hiatus because of life. And I was like, nope, homebrew's the only thing for me, and I got really like stapled on it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started reading it, and I was like, you know what? I have something here I can utilize,
Right.
but I don't have to follow the rules with it.
See that's the thing. It's like for me, I know if I open a module, I'm gonna want to follow it.
Mhm.
As much as I hate, like, it's like when I read a
You
book.
can't, because you have 5 players that aren't going to follow the module.
Exactly, but that's the problem. It's like it's like when I read a book. Like, if I read a book and I absolutely hate the book, I'm still gonna finish the book. That's just my brain and the voices. But it's just the way it works, and I can't. So opening a module for me is like, well, shit. Now I got to go through this whole thing, and I know I can change it, but do I want
Yeah.
to? I mean, and also I get kind of weird about it. It's not worth it.
Yeah, we've been in Icewind Dale for 30 episodes so far, or
30 episodes.
No,
That's the other
no,
thing.
We're closing in on 40. Sorry.
Yeah,
40
no.
episodes.
There's the other part right there. That would drive me bonkers because I need an end, and hearing 40 episodes, I'm like, no, we're not doing that. We need to end this because I need closure.
So that's funny because what we do is we kind of do arcs. So we're in our third arc of the show, and that's kind of what's happened. So we build a story, and it starts to flesh itself out within the first 4 episodes, and then all of a sudden, like, okay, this is the direction our players put you on, and
Right.
I build to that ending, and then we get to the end, and then we do a reset episode so that they get to either return home or something new gets to be thrown in front of them.
Amazing.
And then we move the next direction.
Amazing. That's amazing. I love that. I love that. Yeah, that doesn't happen for me. It happens in one shots. One shot, great. End. And scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always live on. I mean, unless it's the full closure of an entire campaign, I always leave on a cliffhanger every single episode.
Yeah, I would kill you. I would find you in your sleep. That's a problem.
The end of our third arc, they had just downed the big bad. They got the revelry of the ancient giants. Their spirits were left behind. They got this treasure, and at the end of the episode, a woman runs down the stairs, and it is the other clan's daughter. The Dwargar assassin and an entire crew slaughtered the other clan, and she was the only one left. And that's where I cut the scene.
Nope.
We're running down the stairs.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's a problem. We're gonna fight. I would fight you.
My cliffhanger was just as bad.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you have cliffhangers too? Absolutely not. I would fight you both. Like, I would legitimately what do you mean? Like, no. That's a no. We're not doing that.
Almost every episode I get a wait. We gotta wait till next week. Like, we can't do this. And we do every other week too. So now you're not waiting 1 week.
Oh, so it's 2 weeks? Oh, absolutely not. If I was at that table, you'd be getting harassed for 2 weeks.
That's why we're here like this, so that you can't come
Perfect.
to my table and yell at me.
It would be every day, like, so hey, so last night I just have a question. Every day question. So okay, so yesterday I have a question, and you'd be like, "I will see you in 2 weeks." I know. I have a question. To the point you're like, well, clearly I can't do a cliffhanger. No, I'm not doing a cliffhanger with you because you're gonna have a question.
You're gonna have questions.
Yeah. all
See,
the time.
you wouldn't wear me down on that one.
Yeah, no.
Oh, really?
I've been
No.
doing this way too long on a cliffhanger because it brings people back every week.
Like, eh,
Yep.
it's 11 o'clock at night. I have a question. Like,
Or
stop calling me.
when the mechanical dragon ripped out of the mountain and headed to the closest city and burned it to the ground, and I went,
No,
"That's
see,
ready to go
you're.
for tomorrow."
What would happen is like you be in a coffee shop, like, got a question?
Just a
Like, huh? Like,
how did you get here? You live in New York. Like, I'm not even in the state. I didn't say where I was.
like that's weird, dude. Like, yeah, but I have a question.
It's like, and then as soon as you answer the question, you just get up and walk out. It's
Like, okay, great, thanks. Like, what just happened? Amazing.
So we kind of got a little off track, which is fine. I'm okay with this. How long did it take you before you decided that I'm gonna be the game master? You said only a few days, or did you take a
Literally seconds. So I did take a break because I had left. Like, I left school, reasons, drugs, and then I came back. And so there's in between. So New York is weird, at least at the time. It's better now, but at the time, New York is a weird nerd desert. Like, there's a lot of nerds, but there's not a lot of nerd spaces. So coming home, there weren't.
It's in a lot of places, though.
Yeah, but you would think like New York wouldn't be that. But oddly, it's better now, but back then it wasn't. So coming home, I was just like, well, there's no one to play with because this literally in my neighborhood, that's not happening. I live in a predominantly Black West Indian neighborhood, Caribbean neighborhood. So Dungeons and Dragons, fantasy movies, books, stuff like that, nerdy stuff, comic books, all that other stuff is like the devil. So I mean, not satanic panic, more along the lines of like your mind's gonna get rotten, oh my god, my mind is not gonna be rotten. Yes, you're rotten to the core. Like, ew, rude. Like, all right, I guess I won't say anything in front of you. Fairies, so when you say fairy, means something completely different. Problem. That's not what I mean. Also offensive. The fuck? Like, guys, really? Like, that's not what you mean? Like, no! I mean wings!
Wings
Like,
flies around.
Little thing!
Tinkerbell!
Magic!
Yeah.
Magic!
Yeah.
Rotten to the core. Like, okay, I'm just gonna shut up now. Like, it's better now, though. It's like, it's 2025. They've got over it.
Good actual gaming stores,
it's actually it's so much better now that unions of gaming stores have been unionized, which is amazing.
It's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. Gaming stores like my brain is drawing a blank. I can't remember them right now for some reason, but they fought really hard. They are now unionized. So TTRPG tabletop stores have been, 3 of them have been unionized, and they're working for more unionization throughout. Brooklyn Strategist is one of them. Absolutely amazing. So, excuse me, cool that's happened. It's so much better now. Excuse me, apparently I can't speak and swallow at the same time. Not a thing.
Breathing is a necessity that we need to all do.
I don't know how to breathe. Second time that's happened today. So yeah, it's amazing that they've been Brooklyn Strategists put among other things, Hexes, the Hex store. They've been fighting for unionization with the owners. They won, which is absolutely amazing. They are now unionized and are now back to hiring professional GMs and tabletop runners and game runners. So super cool.
Yeah, we where we're at, we're still very mom and pop store.
Yeah.
And the downfall comes from that, is like you said.
Yes.
They're shutting down. They're losing profit. They're not able to keep running because they just don't have that sustainability anymore.
Well, which is odd because it's not. I think with the mom and pop stores, I think it comes down to um, not understanding how one social media works. Two, um, marketing is not the same as it was in 1982.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did like you branch out, babe. And three, uh, there's other games other than D&D. Look, D&D has a place in my heart always. I love Dungeons and Dragons, despite what Hasbro's doing. But there are other TTRPGs, there are other systems that they can branch out to, and I think a lot of stores are kind of like stuck in this rut of not being able to expand on that and market those systems and
The
play
downfall
it.
that comes from that, though,
Yeah.
is that it's such a known system. So people,
Right.
that's
Yeah.
the easiest way to get people in, of course, is to have that.
You call it the gateway drug.
It's
Game
which is
like
weird
that.
because it's not an easy game to. It's not should not be the
No.
first game you learn. Like like if you're getting into TTRPGs, do not do D&D first. Like I tell
I would say no, but at the same time, like I would rather do Dungeons and Dragons before I do Pathfinder first. Because Pathfinder
true.
is
Like
important.
also don't do Pathfinder first. One and this is a running joke with everyone who plays Pathfinder and my brain. I've never played Pathfinder because I want to play and not do math. So that's problem number one. Two, why would I play Pathfinder when I have Dungeons and Dragons? I joke. It's the joke. I don't mean it. Pathfinder's fine. However, it's not a first time. It's not a first gamer game.
Yeah.
It's super intense. It's a lot of rules to learn. Even as a player with an experienced GM, like it pauses the game because the GM is constantly telling you what to do, how to do it, and then yeah. And unless you have a really good GM, like there are some great GMs who do Pathfinder out there, like Dead Aussie Gamer, who are able to not only run games with new people, but able to keep the flow of the game going because they're so experienced at doing it. But that's few and far between, in my opinion. Yeah.
So I'm curious then, what would you recommend for a brand new game?
So brand new gaming, I would say like one, especially now, Daggerheart, especially 100%. But I would recommend absolutely.
Still not ready.
I have watched it and I've read some of it and it seems super cool and a super fun game to get new players into the TTRPG space. But for me, Sagas by OKSDM, aka Dennis, one of my favorite people. Sagas is a roll under system. Using mostly D6s. There are some higher dice, but that doesn't go above a 12. But it's a roll under system. Super easy, role play heavy. Combat makes total sense. I love Sagas. And if Dennis is around, hi Dennis.
I mean, hey, I'm always down to try a new system.
I love Sagas so much. It's so good. I'm actually going to be using it at Gen Con for a PvP because it works perfectly for PvP 4v4 and the thought of doing D&D as a PvP makes my skin itch. I'm not doing that. So Sagas all the way.
I mean, I agree. PvP for D&D is rough, especially anything past level 6.
Yeah, and this is all level 20. So yeah, I know. Look, I have another show on my channel called Level 20 Chaos. I do once a month because chaos and also torture. But also it's one of those things that if you want to see how the game should be played or want to see the maximum of D&D, that's why it's at level 20 because that's the max it can go, at least in 5e. And if you get experienced players, experienced GMs with a really good story at level 20, all of a sudden you see, oh, it's actually it's harder because you have to balance these monsters to a level 20 character. So now they have to work, but also you realize you have all these different things you can do. And it opens up a world of possibilities because now I have all these level 9s spells like, oh, I could cast Disintegrate. That Disintegrate didn't work. We're in trouble. I'm in danger.
Why is this thing like? Why am I not able to even touch this thing? What is happening?
Like why? What? I just cast Power Kill. It didn't. Why is it not dead?
Power. There's no
Like,
power to this kill.
also,
Yeah.
ow!
That's
Oh, amazing.
20th level D&D is different. It's just
Yes, it's very
yeah,
different.
It's a different world completely. And
Right.
like you said, it gives you a massive amount of possibility. But it also means that your monsters, either one, you have to throw many more monsters at people before they make any sense, because you have to build that, you have to reduce that resource.
Yes.
Pool. Otherwise, you're never going to lose, ever.
Yeah, so you're never gonna lose. And also to make the story, I guess, toothy, and you have to make it so that there's risk.
There has to be stakes.
There has to be stakes. There has to be risk, and it's
Astronomical
harder.
stakes at level.
It pushes, yeah. Oh god, yeah. And also it pushes your players to really think about their characters, because now they have all these spells, they have all these abilities, all these health points. How do they get there? How do they get to that point? How did the character get to level 20? Why are they level 20 and and still
I'm retiring. I'm sorry.
yeah, and still adventuring. Why are they level 20 and like all of a sudden there's like Ablis? Yeah, like that's a problem. Like, so it gives the players like this incredible level of agency to be able to decide how did my character get here. But now for the GM, I have all this material, and I can be as creative and as fun and as ridiculous as I could possibly be. I can open up the monster manual and go, huh, I wonder what a level 20 fire giant looks like. All of a sudden, like, oh no, oh, they're all burning. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Everything has a 60-foot radius around it that is automatically taking damage.
Exactly.
No matter what.
Exactly.
Like, wait, what?
Like, wait.
That's nifty.
Like, oh. Like, yeah.
So,
Oh,
Daggerheart and Sagas are the two you would recommend for a brand new
yes.
player.
Yeah.
And then of course, Dungeons and Dragons will kind of bleed in there as we.
Dungeons and Dragons bleeds in. Also, I feel like Daggerheart, and Sagas help new players to be able to roleplay. It's in the name. Like D&D was always, from its inception, was a combat game. That's what it is. It's till this day, despite
the creator and his entire family will tell you that is still what the game is technically.
That's still what the game is. Despite Dimension 20 and Critical Role and all these Adventures of Adventurous and all these amazing actual plays, it is a combat game. And it's only because you have what I consider professional actual players and professional GMs leaning into roleplay that they've now become a role-playing game. But I think for the first time player, D&D is hard to roleplay. Playing D&D for the first time, out the box, having to learn attack roll, damage, what does my character do, how do they do it, and then thinking about that character and role-playing that character, for the story to move forward, super hard for a new player. That's kind of hard to do. Like, it's, unless you're an actor, a professional actor, or a theater kid, it's not second nature. But systems like Sagas and Daggerheart lean heavily into roleplay. Yes, you can still roll, you still get perception checks and stuff like that, but it leans more heavily into roleplay.
I will say, and there's many games out there that do that now. I'm just
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh God, yes.
I'm gonna kind of throw the back over to Chuck here. Is he's not playing Dungeons and Dragons for his first game?
Right. We're doing
Okay.
Power Rangers.
We're doing Power Rangers.
Nice. Okay.
And that is definitely RP heavy.
It's very
Yes.
RP heavy. Not only is it RP heavy, it's very easy. It's very easy to understand. Renegade Games has done something that I believe is almost built for the brand new player.
Okay.
Yeah.
Their system of, I mean, I get the exploding dice is kind of can be confusing at times.
I love exploding
But
dice. I think it's
other
hilarious.
than that, that's it. Everything
Right.
else is very simplistic. They have very low health, so you understand how
Mm-hmm.
the world works.
Right.
And there's not a lot of numbers that you have to figure out. You get a 1 or you get a 2 or you get a 3. That's about
That's
it.
it. That's it.
Like, I don't have to do a
Amazing.
mathematician trying to figure out what's 14 divided by 3 minus 2.
That's why I have calculators. Like I'm a calculator person. Like I will
I mean,
pull
I
out
get
my
that,
phone.
but if I don't have to have a calculator, I would prefer just
I'm
play.
not doing it. Exactly.
Um,
Exactly.
and I really think that their action RPG role playing system works wonders. And this can be
Amazing.
You know, Power Rangers, Transformers, Joe,
My Little Pony.
My Little Pony.
I love My Little. Oh my god, I love that. I love like My Little Pony's an option.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Not
There's a whole crossover for all of them.
Crossover that blends them all together.
Amazing. Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna look into this. I feel like Sparrow would love this. Black Sparrow would love this. He'd be like so into it.
Yeah.
The whole team. I mean, the system's just simple though. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
And such a great system to watch role players be role players.
Yes, and that's the thing. Like, it's for home tables, rabbit hole. For home tables, getting into role play and stuff. Like, you don't really have to. It's much more fun if you do. But a lot of times, home tables are new GMs and new players, and they learn together. So you don't necessarily think about the home play. I mean, about role playing. But if you are streaming and coming into the space as a streamer or a content creator, now all of a sudden, oh, I have to be my character, which is a different beast than sitting at a table with a bunch of friends.
Sitting at a table with a bunch of kids. That's an interesting one.
I did that. That is not something I want to do ever again. I like kids. Kids are cool, but also kids are not normally invested in their characters and will murder themselves on a regular basis. I had a group of 13 and 14-year-olds who continuously changed characters over like a summer session of like 12 sessions. And it's just like, guys, you can't keep killing your characters. Like, I need you, like, almost every session, at least 2 of them had a new character because they kill themselves somehow. Like, they jump off a cliff doing some weird thing, trying to save something. You're like, all right, I guess your character's dead. It's okay, I got a new one.
It's already planned. I'm good. I had this one ready because this is the one I actually want to play now.
Yes,
And,
exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I got lucky then, apparently, because my kiddos are ridiculous with this game, so they have a lot.
Amazing. I love
We also
that.
broke the system down very simply.
Okay.
I give them 3 dice, and that's it. They get their skill
Right.
dice, they get their damage dice, and they get their secondary damage dice. That's it. Everything else they tell me the story.
Okay.
And that goes from what they want to do to how they want to get there. And this is my 10-year-old and my 6-year-old. So
Okay, so I mean, which is great. That's great because they're kids and it's easier for them. But 9 times out of 10 for adults coming into at a home table, they're kind of like, "What's this? What's this D20 thing that I gotta roll?" And also, why can't I see it? Like, why is the dice like that? But yeah, so for new players, adult players, I always recommend some other system. Especially if they want to. What's happening is that a lot of people are seeing Dimension 20, Critical Role, all these new actual plays on Twitch or whatever, and they're like, "I want to do that," and you're like, "Oh, shit," and not realizing that the "I want to do that" comes with being in front of a camera and being consumed.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And also, and I dealt with this a couple years ago when I was doing professional gaming for a little bit while I was active duty in the military. I had a couple people come up to me like, "Well, am I going to get the same experience as Matt Mercer?" I was like, and my response to them well, can you give me the same experience as
A Brie Iyengar.
well, either that,
Yeah.
yeah, Abria, or can you give me the same experience as Travis or
Yeah,
him or somebody like that? Like, well, no. I was like, then it's not going to be the same experience because there's a collaboration there.
right.
Not to mention, I'm not charging you for 40 years of voice acting experience.
I was just about to say, like, they're all voice actors. Really.
Yeah.
Also, I've had people do that to ask that of me. When I was DMing professionally, during COVID. And people like, am I gonna get Matt Mercer experience? I'm like, I'm not Matt Mercer. Like, that was the first thing in my mouth. Like, I'm not Matt Mercer, babe. Like,
Yeah, no.
I'm not. I'm one, female. Two, not. I'm not a voice actor. Yes, I do voices. Yes, you will get a RP experience. Yes, you will get the experience that you paid for, but that's a whole different human. You know, like,
Yeah, straight
Yeah.
up.
yeah, like it's yeah.
I'm
So
also not, like I said, I tell people all the time, I was like, I'm also not charging you what a 40-year
yeah, a 40-year like
voice actor.
voice actor with production, huge production value behind him, and like, you know, lights and cameras, and a producer and a director and a sound, you know, sound director and dude, relax. Like,
Not to mention, I love Critical Role to Death. I think it's a great series. I think it's an amazing way that
Mhm.
it's an amazing thing that TTRPGs have done.
yeah,
Season 3 broke the script though for me of what they're actually doing.
right.
When I think it was Talus and Jaffe grabbed a piece of paper for what was happening in the town and was like looking through it, and I'm like,
Oh, we're looking at the script. You guys suck.
I'm like, and I get it. It wasn't scripted, but it was like it told you every single thing that was in that town already.
Yeah,
So you knew
yeah.
where you could go. There was no
Yeah.
like, well, where do I go? Well, no.
That's
you have
not. That's
the-
not how that
You
works.
have
That's
the
not how that's supposed to
50-page
work.
paper that allows you to see it where you're going.
Yeah, that's not how that's supposed to work. Like,
Yeah, but
yeah,
and I admit, like, I do know games that play like that, where they're
Yeah.
like, oh no, I've written now this town coming up. Here's the 18 places you can go to in a little blurb of each of them. Okay, cool. It's not a lot
which
of
is
details,
which
but
is
it's still-
fine. Yeah, that's fine. But also, if you're at the level of Critical Role, I, as the consumer, don't want to see you pull out, you know, desk notes. I don't. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not
Yeah.
trying to be rude, but
Oh yeah, no, it was funny, and I think it only happened once. But yeah, I saw Talus and he was like, "Oh wait, wrong town," and he like took the book and grabbed the new book, and I was like, I was like,
Okay.
"What's happening?"
that's weird. That's suspicious.
Are you sure it wasn't a bit?
It could have been a bit. Okay,
Yeah,
fair.
But I also
Fair.
do know that they're also very natural with their experience. So if they did that, they're probably like, "Oh well," and they just keep moving on because
Yeah, true.
it probably
true,
was just I'm looking for a specific location and I need to know
Mhm.
like what's happening in that location. So let me make
Right.
sure I read through that real quick.
Right.
But the story itself is still astronomically well done.
Mhm,
Though
mhm.
once again, season 3 I couldn't get into. I really enjoyed season 4.
I mean, look,
I had a hard time with 3, but I also
I
think
get why people like Critical Role. I don't like Critical Role. It doesn't. It doesn't sing. Like, it's not something that connects with me. I don't find it. It doesn't resonate. And I understand the story. I understand why people love it. It's just not something that I've been able to connect with. So it's just
I know
people
you
like, I
mentioned
love Critical Role.
and you mentioned Drop.
Yeah, because those are people know Critical Role. Also,
Yeah.
they're touring, which is selling out massive amounts, so, you know, of people doing that. But yeah, so I get it.
I can't do that though. I love theater. I think it's an amazing thing to watch. I'm not enjoying just watching people play on
A
a
stage.
stage where I can't be doing anything else because I've never watched an actual play where I'm not doing something else.
Right.
So,
Like,
if
I'm
I
not
have to
walking
go to-
around.
If I have to go to a convention or something like that, I'm not taking 3 hours of my convention to sit there and listen to it.
Right.
I'm not doing it.
Right. I get it. I get it.
Have you been to Gen Con yet?
Yes, I was
Okay.
in Gen Con last year. I have friends who did their actual plays, and look, I went
You don't
and
see a lot
supported.
of people in those actual plays.
Yeah, and I get
Because
it.
there's so much going on.
There's just so much going on, but I mean, I went supported, and people were in and out constantly. So they did have numbers, but the numbers were people in, sit for like maybe an hour or 45 minutes, and then they're out. You know, and then you have the hardcore people who loved watching it, who sat for the whole thing. So it totally depends.
Oh yeah.
It totally depends on the whole thing, you
I
know.
know
But
some people that literally will. Thursday night is the night that they'll bring a couple friends over. They'll toss Critical Role up on a big
yeah,
screen TV, and they'll sit there for literally 3 hours and watch this thing. And I'm like,
yeah, I'm not doing that.
I don't
That
have
I'm not.
time
You're not.
for
First of all, you're
this.
not coming to my house and sitting for 3 hours. Get out.
I'm not sitting in my house for 3 hours. Get out.
No, no, get out.
But like I do, I've seen friends of mine that've done it. I know other actual players there or other GMs that are like, oh no, that's our normal like Thursday night.
Yeah,
You know, a whole bunch of our D&D party comes over.
never can happen.
We order
Can
pizza.
never happen.
We were all sitting there watching Critical Role, and I was like, I couldn't do it. It's no.
Well,
different
first
than
of
watching
all,
the
if
Super
if
Bowl
we're
every
watching
single week.
TV, if we're watching TV and there's pizza in front of me, we're either watching like some Korean drama so I can yell at the TV, or a sport. Those are two things that are happening. Either watching a sport or watching a Korean drama.
I guess you could
But
consider
yeah, that's
Critical Role
it.
a sport at this point. Now
I
they're
mean,
selling out of it.
they are selling out, and people are like, it's like Beyonce level screaming. Like, relax. It's like it's a great, like I said, great story, just not my forte. You know.
Dropout. I mean, Dimension 20, the same thing. Like,
Yeah.
it's cool that they're doing this. But like, I don't see like I get the energy level, especially at something
Right.
like that where everybody in the room is, but at the same time, like I've
But
got
it's also it's a
a
it's
thousand
they,
other
they
things I'm
they
doing.
understand that they're putting on a performance, so and they understand that it's amped up to like
Mm-hmm.
level 50. They're amping up their performance because it's live. I get it. It's not. I don't think it's the same experience as if you turned on your TV and watched Critical Role. It's a completely different experience.
Oh,
Because they're getting. I think they're getting the popularity of the live show from shows like uh oh my god, that's bad because it's on the tip of my tongue and I get uh uh 20-sided tavern. Holy crap, that took a while. Yeah, shows like 20-sided tavern that does D&D live. They do D&D live, but they're moving, they're it's physical. It's a, you know, it's a lot of fun, and I love to watch. But um I think they're getting that idea from shows like that. They just have to figure out the dynamic of that without stealing 20-sided tavern's
also,
idea.
on top of it, they're not that same type of actor either.
Right, right.
They're all mostly just this. This is the acting that they do.
That's it. It's all here.
It's all here.
Whereas 20-sided tavern, they're very physical. Like Bria Iyengar and a bunch of other experienced DMs were on there, but they learned. They took time to practice that. They took time to learn that, and be physical and be, you know, acting, which turned out amazing. But I think that actual players who are doing live performances need to take a page out of their book. I'm not saying copy 20-sided tavern. You can't copy it because one, the producer, founder, and creator of 20-sided tavern also has like the technology to be able to have the audience participate. There's a whole app that you have to be. It's freaking amazing. The audience gets to make choices for the players on the stage. Cool. So don't copy them, but they need to take a page out of their book about the physicality of doing a live play.
We've got the luxury and the privilege that we have a version of 20-sided tavern here in Virginia, and it's ran by an entire sketch comedy theater club, or not organization. I wouldn't even say club at this point because they're pretty big. And they don't We don't use the technology. They don't use the technology. You're just yelling out in the crowd.
It's amazing because it's so funny because 20 Sided Tavern, when you first walk in, they give you you get your playbook like any Broadway show, but in the playbook there is a green card, a red card, or a yellow card, I believe, and one is green, yellow, and blue. Uh, One is a wizard, one is a rogue, and one is a barbarian. And depending on what you get to make choices for that character on your phone. It's freaking cool as hell. If you could catch 20 Sided, they're touring, I think, but they're touring right now. But if you could catch them, I would highly recommend doing it. I don't know. I know they're definitely touring. I think they're going. I don't know where they're next going. I would have to look.
Chicago just a couple weeks ago.
I think Chicago was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I think the best we got with our show is that we get to roll the d20s for the players.
To roll for the D20 to draw all the players.
Also, I mean, which is cool, but also 20 Sided Tavern pulls you on stage, pulls people on stage.
Oh, they do.
Ours does that too.
Yeah, and I was like, "What the?"
My daughter got pulled.
Oh my god, it's amazing. It's so much fun. I highly recommend it.
I think those are really cool opportunities, and like I said, we're just shouting out the Push Comedy Theater down there in Virginia.
Do it now!
We go all the time. And we go every
Love it.
Never like clockwork. Yeah, that is definitely an interesting side project that's kind of building in the TTRPG space at this point. We're already at our hour, so we're technically going to enter what we call happy hour at this point, which is anybody within the audience is allowed to ask a question to any of the three of us.
Oh, good grief!
If anybody's in there and wants to ask those questions, go for it. While we're doing that, Chuck's got two questions that he loves to ask. And if we don't get any other questions from the audience, then I've got a set of 20 questions that we'll roll the dice on.
Awesome.
So.
Yeah. So one question, it's a two-parter, but you've really kind of already answered one half of it already, so you don't have to really expand on it.
Okay.
It's as a GM or as a player, what's been your highest high and what's been your lowest low? You've already talked about your low.
Oh god, yeah.
You opened up with that
sucked
one.
Ass. Highest high. As a GM. Oh my gosh.
Or as a player. But I mean,
as a
it
player.
seems like you've GM more than you've played, so.
Actually, that's turning around now. I play a lot more than I GM now. I'm finding it harder to GM with the amount of actual plays I've been on so far. I've been asked me on, which I'm super happy about because I never got to play before. So I have to think about this. I never thought about it. What's my highest high? If I had to pick one, it'd be the most recent level 20 chaos that we did on my channel. I think it was last week, and just one because it was the re-premiere of the show. It hadn't happened since February. That was the first time this year. That was the second one for the year, for reasons. And two, the people at the table were so amazing, and like I had such a blast, and the interaction was hilarious. That we're probably going to extend it to I won't say a second season or anything, but another show.
Right.
Different story, same characters, another show. On someone else, on one of the player characters' channels, Pixies and Pins. So that made me excited. I was just like so happy. I was like, oh my god, that was amazing, and I was grinning the entire time. I had such a good time. Absolutely amazing. So I would say that. I'll pick that.
Oh, that's good. Another question that I typically ask is, James sometimes asks this as well. What tip would you have for a blossoming GM to use at their table?
So many. Okay. There's so many.
Just give me a good one. Not like I'll use it.
I'll give you two. One, because I just found out recently, apparently not everyone does safety tools at their home tables, blew my mind. Like I thought safety tools was a common thing at home tables. Apparently not. So whether it's a home table or a live play, do safety tools.
Hmm.
Even if it's your friends and you've known them for years, do safety tools. It doesn't matter. Do the damn safety tools because your friends, because they want to remain your friends, will take a lot more abuse and not tell you anything until it gets out of hand and all of a sudden you lost a friend. Do safety tools. The other thing is, I will say, don't over prep because new GMs prep to the high heavens and then are like, why aren't they doing the thing? Why won't they do the thing that I wrote?
No,
I
no.
wrote this
Okay.
whole thing and they won't do.
I think I preached this to him like right before he started running the Power Rangers show. I was like,
Yeah.
don't over prep, kind of get some bullet points and
Yes.
then see what happens. And I think
And I did.
I think he's actually much more set up than I was when I was GMing at the beginning. Because when the players did eventually send this new idea towards him, he goes,
Mm-hmm.
I can move past this. I can move
Yes.
to this new direction.
Yes.
And it didn't completely derail him to be like, ugh, I did all this work and now I can't use it.
Yeah.
You never want that.
Also, doing too much work gives you disappointment because you're like you. I'm gonna quote Erica Badu for a second. I'm an artist. And I'm sensitive about my shit. So when you are writing stuff and people don't go to the place that you've written, all of a sudden you're like, oh my god, I suck as a writer. No one wants to do my thing. Like, so don't do that. Don't do it to yourself. Don't do that.
Yeah, well, like I said, I gave him like two big clues that were gonna like
Right.
completely run the rest of the show, and then they're taking it in a completely different way than I intended. I'm like, oh shit.
That's amazing. Amazing. I love that. I love that. People like, I love new DMs are like, huh, interesting. Didn't plan for that. Okay.
Yep. That's exactly what happened to me.
My wonders of the wonders of reskinning things makes life so much easier.
And also it's fun. It's like one of those things you're like, oh, I didn't.
Well, we won't need this tower. Like, and a lot of times what you do is you build things a lot more vague nowadays.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, I have a tower that's ready. Okay. Well, they're not going to a tower right now. Okay, cool. I'll hold on to the tower. The tower will come up later on when I need the tower again. But
or move the tower.
Yeah, move the tower. Right. Exactly.
I tell people this like you can have all these plans if you are a prepper because I do know some people experienced DMs who prep to the high to whatever level they're gonna prep to, and I've seen it. But if you're gonna, but they're also experienced enough to know like I made this tower. They're not going to the tower. Fine. They went to the city. Guess what? Tower's now in the city. Like you're gonna go to the tower. Yeah, so I always tell people like think like D&D is like this open world thing. It's not. Like people love to like, well, D&D should be open world. That's impossible. It's an impossibility. If you want the story to move forward in a satisfying way for not only the GM but also for the player and the consumer, it has to be a sandbox. It can be a sandbox in a car, fine, but
I've always liked the analogy of whitewater rafting.
Yes.
Yeah. There are parameters, but you can actually fall off the parameter if you want to.
Oh god, yeah.
We got to get you back on the parameter to go forward. Like that's kind of what
right.
Is.
Like I used to tell people, like it's like being like driving an ambulance in New York. You can go anywhere you want to be, anywhere you need to go to get to where you need to be. Keep it in mind, there are some streets that ambulance will not fucking fit. Just letting you know. Okay, and also on every single ambulance, no matter how it's built, there's something called the sweet spot. If you hit it right, that motherfucker's tumbling. Sorry, I don't mean to curse. You're. Oh, okay.
I don't give a shit.
we're solid here in this fucking.
Yeah. So I was like, so it's like that. Your players might hit the sweet spot, and you're gonna go tumbling down the street, or they may make a turn that they can't go down, and you need to adapt because maybe you need to get down that street. take out a couple mirrors. Who cares? It's fine. Make it work. You know?
Take out a couple mirrors, drive through the mall. Whatever
I
you gotta
totally did do that my first year as an EMT.
do. Drove through a mall?
No, took out 6 mirrors.
Oh, I was like, dang, now
It was like-
that's a cool one as an EMT. Like, I went through a mall.
No, I
Passed through
turned
the
down a
window.
block and wasn't aware of the dimensions of the ambulance at the time. Like it's like my second week or something. And my partner's like, go ahead and drive. I'm like, okay, sure. And I turned down this block, not aware of the dimensions of my vehicle. We're past the statute of limitations, so I'm not gonna get in trouble for telling this story. So just so you know, I'm not gonna get it's years ago. And I turned on the block and all my partner hears is Sam? Huh? What was that? Oh, is anyone hurt? No. Is there damage to our truck? No. Okay.
Find out when we get there.
All right. I guess just have a couple scratches. They're durable.
People are durable too when it comes to gaming.
Yeah.
They just, sometimes there's multiple ways, and as you become a more experienced game master, you start to realize multiple ways to get people where they need to be.
Oh yes, absolutely.
But the best way to get somebody to where they need to be is to have something that they want at this place they need to be. That's the easiest way to do it.
Yes.
There is no option at that point. So yeah. Well, our audience is a little quiet tonight. Not that it's a bad thing. It's also right before 4th of July.
Literally right now, New York, right before I got on, fireworks happening. So 4th of July in New York starts in June. Just so you know, that one day is June.
It's June.
It's June, 4th of July, and then all of July, August, Labor Day, done. That's what happens. Oh my God, my cat is like biting me. I don't know if you could see her.
Oh yeah, I saw. It wanted attention.
She's like, you're not paying attention to me. She's accustomed to me on the cat tree behind me. But yeah, so it's super loud here until literally happily I got on and all of a sudden I got quiet. I was like, that's amazing. That never happens.
Well, I'm curious what you're gonna roll tonight. So why don't you grab your D20 and give me a roll?
All right, I'm gonna grab my rosy D20 here. This one right here. It's what? All right, here we go. We got an 11.
Okay, so because you do a lot of live plays, this would be a little easier, but at the same time, it might be more difficult.
Okay.
What's your favorite character you're currently playing?
Okay, so I'm currently doing recording season 2 of Mythos University. Oh, there she is. Of Mythos U on So You Want to Be a DM's channel. And I play goddess, wizard, sorcerer, multi-class named Hedoni. And so much fun. Think The Devil Wears Prada mixed with like Valley Girl, mixed with like super spoiled mean girl, who discovers mortals and friends and a group and like job. It's amazing. I'm having a great time playing her.
What's your favorite part about playing her?
That's not me. So she's 100% fashionista. So her whole person's like, oh my God, like, there's a mortal there. Like, are you like human or like some other type of like mortal? Like, I'm not understanding like the death thing. Like, that's her. Yeah, so it's like completely opposite of me. Why are you biting me? She's like biting the chair.
Favorite character in the Push Comedy Theater that's kind of that way, but not to the mortal level?
Yeah.
The ranger that's currently being played. She's running away. Her family is pretty much
Think
has
of it like
disowned
Kim
her.
Kardashian ran
Yeah,
away and said,
Yeah, Kim
yeah,
"Fuck my
Kardashian
parents.
ran
I want to
away.
disappoint them."
So instead of following in the family footsteps, she's like, I'm gonna be a rogue so that
right.
it dishonors the family, right? But she always goes around and is like, I'm here to take care of the pores, and it's like, but it's still that
Yeah,
condescending. It's like
yeah,
there's a difference in the personality. Um,
yes, yeah. Her personality is like 100% not me, but also, what's fun about her is that I get to lean into something that I'm not accustomed to, and that's what's super fun. Also, she does this weird thing where she calls people out of their name. Like she like there's like another character on there that she doesn't call the character by her name. She calls the character Bunny, um, for whatever
makes
reason. Well,
makes
she's a Harry girl.
nicknames up for the character no matter what. It's like
Or
that's great.
right, or and also she does she during combat she kind of like disregards her party members and will fire fireballs if they're in the way. Like, guys, duck, fireball.
Gosh, duck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know some tables that could deal with that. I know other tables that would literally throw you out of the room.
It is becoming a running joke. It is becoming a running joke now, where Hedoni's like, "Oh my god, like, are you gonna be on top of the monster the entire time? I need you to move." And then they don't. And it's like, all right, well, fireball, I guess.
Yes. That's awesome. All right. All right. We still got 15 more minutes of happy hour. Does anybody have any questions in the audience? And while we're waiting on that, let's roll our die again.
Okay. That was a 5.
Okay. What is one good tip you have used to keep your players engaged?
The tip I've used to keep my players engaged. I I don't ask what are you going to do. I ask you to describe to me what the character is thinking or what the character is currently. So if I ask my players, if I say to my players, I'm going to use a standard tavern. You walk into a tavern and you see a barkeep. What do? Most people are going to be like, talk to the barkeep. Nothing. That gives you nothing. like,
Mhm.
like, but if I say, you walk into the tavern, there's a barkeep standing there and he looks like something, whatever. What is your character thinking looking at the description I just gave you? And now they're like, okay, you gave me a description of a troll with a dirty white shirt on and a black apron, digging in his ear while he's attempting to figure out how to make a fuzzy navel. Um, you know, what is your character thinking looking at the barkeep? Now, all of a sudden, they're like, huh, what is my character thinking looking at the barkeep? So now, yeah, so now you're like, I get some interaction. So I would say, don't don't just ask what they're doing. Ask what their character's doing. Ask them what their characters are. What is your character thinking now that they got hit in the face with fireball?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds like a legit question to ask.
yeah.
Now that you've been smacked in the face with a fireball, how are you?
What is? How are you feeling? You're like, what is this? What is your character thinking in this moment? Or something along those lines, or your character just attempted to swing their axe at this. I don't know. Whatever. I can't think of a monster for some reason right now. At a lich, their character swing the axe at the lich, and they missed, despite being 4 feet in front of them. What does that disappointment feel like?
How disappointed are you?
Disappointed enough for disadvantage on my next roll.
It also motivates your players to actually like role play.
Yeah.
Makes them like kind of go like, well, now he's crying.
Yeah, now I'm crying. Like, I love it when you switch I love that one moment when you hear it too. When
Yeah.
it goes from he's crying to I'm crying. And you're
I'm
like,
crying. Yes, like,
like,
well, I'm
aha.
crying now with a fireball in my face.
Yep.
Like, I love that. So yeah, that I think that's a good tip.
Oh, his mic's
Uh,
oh no. Your mic
oh.
is busted
Oh,
now.
there you go.
Oh,
Oh, my mic's busted.
It
no, you're
was.
good now.
You're good now.
Weird. Anyway, but yeah, no, it's definitely something that you kind of get the different thing, get
Yeah.
the thought process for, right? And
Also, it puts your players in their character's mindset, um, because it's normal for new players to be like, I'm playing a character, but not think about being that character or being in the moment.
right,
Yeah,
But
and
if
my
you,
players kind of did that.
yeah,
My players did that Sunday night actually, without me intending them to do that. They automatically just first thing, I asked them. I threw them into a place that was already disheveled, and I asked them,
mhm,
"Hey, one at a time, like, hey, what are you doing, or what are you thinking, or something like that." And they just ran with it,
yeah,
each one of them.
right. Because now they're like, oh, I have to think it's my character as opposed to
Hmm.
thinking of like, because new players are like, I'm thinking as Sam who's playing a character as opposed to playing Hedoni or as opposed to playing the character, and those are two very different, distinct things.
absolutely, yeah, 100%. You get the luxury of playing with very experienced players too,
I
Beaker.
have been
Not yet,
incredibly
no.
lucky. I don't know how I got here. Like, I am in I'm happily in a space. Very grateful to be here. But confused a little bit. It's a level of confusion happening right now where I'm like, I'm not entirely sure how this happened. I'm happy, but this is weird.
I
Absolutely, and
feel you.
I think it's pretty common in our space right now because there is a growth in live plays, and there's a growth in live plays on systems that are outside of Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes.
There's also this weird like shift of, am I doing this just to do this, or am I doing this with people that actually want something out of this?
Yes.
And
Yes.
when you get that group that wants something out of it, the role playing portion of it skyrockets.
Oh God,
And then
yes.
you get to enjoy that portion of it.
Also, when you get a group of people who like you actually enjoy talking to, just on a regular level, and then you start to role play, it becomes such a fun table because you have that dynamic of like, oh, these are people I can trust, these are people I know, and I could be an absolute weirdo. I can be a gnome barbarian, and that's fine.
That is never a problem. Gnome Barbarian is the most underrated
I
combination out there
Thank
is.
you. People are like, but it's a gnome. I'm like, and mighty big, mighty little, little and mighty. Why? Like, I don't understand what you don't understand the combination. Also, they can take out a kneecap. Kneecaps hurt.
Oh, I know. Shins hurt too.
Shins, yeah. Have you walked to the bathroom in the middle of the night and hit your pinky toe? That hurts.
I don't know what you're talking about, James.
No, you know exactly what I'm talking
I don't
about.
know a damn thing
Amazing.
about what you're talking about.
Like, I
Your
don't know
shin
what
just
this
happened to be in the
means.
way.
Yeah. Oh, we both do martial arts, and
Oh, I do so. So shit hurts.
one of the the things he was working on, I had to try to kick him uh,
Mm.
in the groin, and he has to defend it. And
Uh,
when you
Yeah.
bring your shin in between that, and it cracks against your shin, it's not very
it
comfortable.
sounds like it
Felt great
hurt.
for me. It felt
That's not.
great.
Yeah, that sounds unpleasant. What kind of martial arts do you guys practice?
Hapkido.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I'm not doing that.
It's
like
great.
like it's okay. I rather block it with my hand. Um, that's why
I mean, I got some of that too, but you know,
yeah, I do Shotokan karate. I'm not. We're not doing that. That sounds shin to shin hurts. That sounds awful. That sounds like my leg hurts right now.
It's great for me.
I'm not
I
doing
love
that.
it.
Nope, absolutely not. Not
Well,
gonna
I also
happen.
did like Muay Thai briefly too, so
Yeah.
No! Ow!
Yeah,
Also, the
he's a
sound?
different one.
The sound is awful. Like that sound. There's a sound that happens when you're. You know what? I'm gonna move past this question now because I'm uncomfortable. Um,
And
yellow
start.
flag.
and what am I rolling?
Yeah, roll me another d20.
Oh, we got a 10.
All right, this will be the last question of the night. Is what's your favorite spell?
Enemies abound. A lot of people don't know it. I love that spell. People that do know it and haven't happened to them don't necessarily like it because it takes away player agency a little bit. I like it for storytelling because it turns the character against someone. I especially if I play so I was in Castleton and my character was a complete villain. Like absolute bitch. And insane. And her last moment, she casts enemies abound on another character, making him turn on his spouse or his significant other. Um, yeah, and it's one of those spells that can be so nasty. So
For our
yeah,
audience, I'm going to read this because I pulled it up on D&D Beyond. It's Enemies Abound. It's a 3rd level enchantment spell. It says you reach into the mind of one creature you can see and force it to make an intelligence saving throw. A creature automatically succeeds if it's immune to being frightened. On a failed save, the target loses the ability to distinguish friend from foe regarding all creatures it can see as enemies until the spell ends.
mhm,
Each time the target takes damage, it can repeat the save.
yeah. Now imagine you as the GM and your BBEG or whatever your NPC that you're playing is a wizard or whatever and casts enemies abound on the party on one of the party members. Now all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, we're fighting our friend and the wizard. Oh, this sucks ass."
And it says if an enemy provokes an opportunity attack from the affected creature, the creature must make the attack against it.
Yes, yes,
So
I love
you
that
could
spell.
cast enemy abound in a grouping, and as soon as somebody walks away from you, you attack it.
Yes,
No matter your option.
yeah,
That's
Nuts.
wicked.
yeah, yeah. It's a lot of people don't know that spell. It does, and I think it's underutilized because people think, well, it takes away. Being 100% true, it takes away player agency. It does,
Hmm.
but it's so good for
It's a
storytelling.
spell, so like it's supposed to.
Exactly. It's an
And for
enchantment
those who,
spell.
yeah, and for those who want to RP, it's great.
It's amazing. It's amazing. And the person who I was um um uh in the actual play with on Castleton um played it brilliantly. Like he was absolutely brilliant. Justice was so good. Just I casted him in twice, and both times he was like, "Well, going after my girlfriend." It was absolutely amazing.
All right. Great time for us to end tonight with such
Yeah,
a cool spell to end the evening. Sam, it's been such a great time to have you on the show.
Hmm.
Hope you had a lot of fun.
I had a blast.
For everybody, real quick, just give us a shout out. Where can they find you on in the space?
Well, you can find me everywhere on social media as Classic NYGM because no one's taking that name, even on Kick, which is stupid. So it's like a bootleg Twitch. Don't look for it. But you can find me, especially here on Twitch, as Classics of NYGM, where I do interviews in the TTRPG space and cosplayers and actors and artists and authors of all things nerdy. You can also find clips of interviews on TikTok and on YouTube. So follow me on all social media platforms.
Awesome.
Oh, also find me at Gen Con. we're gonna be a Gen Con.
We're gonna be a Gen Con.
We're gonna be
You're
a Gen
absolutely
Con.
right.
I have 6 panels.
That's
I'm
incredible.
in danger.
I have 3 full games, or I have 2 games, a live RP, and a panel.
Yeah, I have 4 panels, one of which you're on, and 2 RPs, 2 action plays.
I'll be here.
I'll be here.
If I hit the lottery between now and Gen Con, I'm sending you a freaking ticket.
Hey,
I'll
look
take
at
it.
that, baby.
Yeah.
I might need it.
I have free Gen Con tickets. I'll just let you know. I have 8 free Gen Con. You just gotta get yourself there at a hotel.
Oh, you don't need a hotel. You can stay with me.
There you go. So you just gotta get yourself there.
Gotta get
Look! Oh my God, he's coming!
Nah,
I got you.
James
No.
knows there's other shit going on.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
get it. Life interferes.
We leave like what, less than 2 months after that for a week in Thailand. So we have,
Fucking hell. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
yeah.
I'm
I mean,
excited
look,
now.
I go to Gen Con, and then Gen Con's in August. In 2 months, I go to PAX Australia. So
PAX Australia.
Nice.
yeah, so
Nice.
it's gonna be a lot of fun. I can't wait to go back. So
PAX.
that's where you can find me. So if you want to find me
PAX
in
Unplugged, but I won't be.
also PAX Unplugged, I'll be there too. So if you want to find me live, Gen Con, PAX Australia, PAX Unplugged.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you heard it here. Everybody, raise your glasses high. This is last call. We'll see you guys all next week with another. Actually, next week is our wonderful friend Ron over at Page, which is a convention in January up in Philadelphia, and it's a lot of fun. And it's one of the fastest growing conventions out there right now.
Oh wow!
They've tripled their
Ron's
size
coming
in
back.
3 years. So, yeah, they're
Yeah.
and it is what I would consider the epitome of old school gamer and new school gamer blended together, and they're
Amazing.
still completely focused on gaming.
That sounds freaking
played
cool as shit.
7 different types of TTRPGs
Yeah.
while we were there last year.
Oh my God!
It was so much fun.
Yeah, it was
And it's in
awesome.
Philly? Oh, send me
Yeah.
a link.
It's in January. So it's with the greats. Zeb Cook will be back. John
Oh,
Harold,
yes.
Harold will be back.
Oh wow!
A couple other the guys from the original AD&D level writers, as well as a bunch of content creators. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
That sounds amazing.
Maybe we'll finish the Return to the Isle of Dread.
And maybe we'll finish the Return to the Isle of Dread. So.
That sounds amazing. I need a link.
All right, everybody. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Go check
Tomorrow
out
night.
Tomorrow night. Have a
Bye.
good night.